Quadarius Wallace. Most people know me by Coach Q or Coach Wallace. I teach at Daviess County Middle School. I am a defensive coordinator for Daviess County High School, and I am a head track coach for Daviess County High School. So a lot of people don't know I'm from Mississippi. My whole family's from Mississippi. I come from a really big family, but a really small town. It's funny because me and a lot of my buddies, coaching buddies, talk about how it's 2,000 people to go to Daviess County High School, and it was 2,000 people in my hometown. I'm here today because I had a few advocates in my life that stood out for me and stood up for me and helped me despite where I come from, how I was living, the struggles that I had, the struggles that my parents had, that my family had. I had advocates that fought for me, and that's why I'm here in a position that I am today. My advocate for me, it just happened to be one of my high school coaches. His name was Brad Breland. Great man, we still talk to this day. He's coached all my brothers, he's coached my nephews. He has retired. 2 years ago he retired. But we still talk. On Fridays, we'll send each other texts, and I'll call him if I'm struggling with some stuff as far as coaching goes, and just as far as being a man. And anytime I reach out to him, he's always there. He's been a great advocate for me. I was fortunate enough to have my mom there every day, support me every day. No matter what was going on, my mom was always there. And she always fought for me and fought for my siblings. My dad, on the other hand, it wasn't always the case. Even though I had those struggles at home, I didn't know it at the time, but it also caused struggles in school. And for me, my head coach was my advocate, and he told me, and I still remember to this day, no matter what you're going through, it's very candid, but no matter what you're going through, it doesn't give you the right to act like an idiot. It's people that are going through things every day, but once they find out that somebody cares, and once they find out somebody knows, it changes their outlook on everything. I know it personally did for me, because I was troubled in middle school, tried to be a class clown, so to speak. Things are just doing things just for attention. And I didn't understand why at the time. My parents didn't understand why at the time. But now, looking back on it, and it was based off the struggles and the trauma that I experienced at a younger age. And sometimes it didn't look like I was, because I always had a smile on my face. I was an athlete, so I played sports. But it's things that we don't see every day that cause us to act ways that we shouldn't act. My coach, for me, I was so lucky and fortunate, because for me, he knew it was something deeper than just being a bad kid or, wanting to get in this fight or, being a class clown. It was deeper than that. So he took a personal interest in me, which helped shape me into who I am now. So that's what I put into my teaching, into my coaching. I try my hardest not to look at life or students or athletes with blinders on. I try to take my blinders off so that I don't see what I want to see. I see what's actually there. As coaches, as educators, as adults, as human beings in general, we look at life through blinders and we see things only the way we feel like they should be, when I think that's a downfall, because there's so many people that aren't cookie cutter people. You're looking at one right now. I'm not a cookie cutter guy. It's different levels and different waves to me, just like everybody else. And so when I coach, when I teach, that's how I coach and I teach. I love unconditionally, but I hold them to an undeniable standard that you have to meet that standard every day. And the reason I do that is because my mentors, my advocates did it for me. My coach held me to a standard that no matter what I was going through, he expected me to get my grades. He expected me to do the right things. He expected me to be a leader in the community, a leader on my sports team, a leader in the classroom. And so that's why I hold my kids to the same standards. I understand that a lot of kids that I'm around didn't grow up the way I grew up, but a lot of them also are not very different from me. They have their own struggles. We have our own demons. Everybody does. They just look differently. I understand that no matter what we go through, it's still a level of expectations that we have to meet in order for us to become successful, sustainable, productive citizens of society. And for me, that's really important. The way I'm an advocate is I let my kids know that I have nothing but love, bundles of joy, and empathy for them. But I hold them to a standard that sometimes they seem shocked they could achieve. And that's always been my philosophy, to love unconditionally and teach undeniably. Leave no doubt. I want to leave no doubt that they understand the standard, and no doubt that they understand that I care. My name is Coach Q Wallace, and I am an advocate.